On this episode of Call of the Deadly Nightshade, well, no, actually, I guess I already ruined it because it was on last mission's Call of the Deadly Nightshade. The group piloted their sailcraft through the. You know what? I almost feel like I want to start the recording over.
I'll,
I'll
I'll
leave
do
it.
it.
Keep going,
You,
man. You
I'll,
good.
I'll
You
You
do
need
it.
the
do it.
You
always
do it.
sunny. You need the
All
always
right.
sunny. That's what you need. The always sunny. The gang.
You. Yeah. Yeah. Let's
So
let you do it.
having successfully conned a dockyard master into thinking that Blaine had Figrin Dan's old clue horn, and using that as a distraction for Jimmy to release a vessel from the dock at Mpombi, the group headed back to the bar that they had first entered at Mpombi, known as the Soaked Slip, where the waitress Anita Get uh, offered them a place to sit. The band was playing. Blaine had a short conversation with, what was his name? Oh, Han Kitong, which was the manager for the band. And Rusty noticed his old flame, Lulu, standing at the bar, who Blaine and Bota then distracted and pickpocketed. And they brought her along as she wanted to go to the Isle Resort, telling her that they were going to the Isle. And they then hopped on their boat and drove through a hurricane to Albe Isle, where she does not want to go. Um, Managing to keep their boat from sinking narrowly as Bota just barely got on a couple pumps to keep the water out. They made a crash landing in. They believe that they were unnoticed by any sentries on route, and their boat, though no longer seaworthy, is safely, more or less, docked underneath Albe Isle as they entered into this secret cavern entrance that they'd found previously on maps stolen from North Haven. Walking in, they saw a dim green glow just up ahead, which then became evident was coming from a bioluminescent algae along the walls. They explored a bit. Throughout the cavern, they found a couple skeletons, as well as a pretty sizable amount of what they now recognize as clack crabs, the crabs that are memorialized in North Haven with Clack Crab Docks, the giant building that Jowkazza once thought might be a spaceship. Um, they
Or still
they
things.
they explore or still things. They explored a bit, making their way down to a large chamber in the, I guess, southeast on this map, corner of the caverns, where the crabs soon became a bit agitated as they approached closer, backing off and kind of making their way around to other areas of the cavern. They found um, a lot of rotted barrels and crates with their goods strewn about and damaged. They found a large pile of Imperial era credits. And then, just as we were finishing up, Bota, Rusty, and Blaine found a body lying with a journal in its lap that described effectively the history of the Siltstone region of Rathalay, which is the continent that you guys are on. It talked about the founding of North Haven, Imperial arrival, a loss of Imperial funding when other mining operations took precedence on places like Jeddah for the Kyber crystal projects on the Death Star. And in the interim, the people of North Haven were contracted / impressed into labor to develop the area. And so they built Impombi, they built the Isle, and they were building Albe Isle as well. And as they did it, with the aid of some pirates in the region, they were creating secret passageways and entrances into all of these places that they plan to use to spy on the Empire, and aid in the rebellion and subvert the Empire in general. But when the New Republic arrived, um, the pirates were less interested in helping the New Republic and more interested in profit. And it appears that a group some group of persons that were leading North Haven in conjunction with at least the skeletons that are around this cavern had a disagreement where the larger group led by Deng Sion said, look, fine, we'll turn it over to the New Republic, but let's empty the cache at Albe Isle first, because it was not fully constructed yet, so they had a large cache of items here. During the removal, they had these kind of repulsor rods, I don't know, the rods that built a field that would keep the clack crabs away. And Deng Sion, who you guys know as the Magistrate of North Haven, while everybody else was busy, moved some of the repulsor rods and moved what they described. They just write it in their notes or in their journal as the clutch, and then he left them underneath Albe Isle. They were unable to pass through where he had placed the clutch at the main exit, where you guys came in, because the crabs became violent upon them approaching, and the main exits, they list that there were at least 2 entrances to the aisle above, but they'd both been sealed during their kind of leaving the place. And so those 2 exits they can't get out of because they didn't have demolitions, and they couldn't leave through the main exit because of whatever this clutch was. And then 2 of them, in the journal it says 2 of them tried to improvise kind of an explosive from the Firestone vein that runs underneath the aisle, but were attacked, as there is another clutch at the Firestone vein. And then it lists basically the slow death of anybody that remained in the area, whether they tried to escape and were killed by the crabs or they just starved to death. And then at the end, it's apparent that whoever this is that wrote the journal is related to Deng Sion. At the very least, their last name was Sion. You can't see their first name on there. You don't know any relation, but whoever this is had the last name Sion as well. And that was where we left off. Oh, and in addition, sorry, I'll add on to that. As Blaine was reading through the journal, you felt the island kind of shudder about you, like it felt reminiscent of a earthquake or whatever we call those in Star Wars world.
Space.
So I'm gonna.
Didn't you give us like a? You also gave us kind of like a, not like an epilogue, but a sidebar of
Yeah.
what was going on above ground.
That's true. I can read through that if Jay and Chris want to amuse my interest in writing terrible things. Where is it at?
I'm I'm more interested in what might be going on further underground. Does this planet have known like geothermal activity or anything like that?
Okay. One quick. I'm gonna move Jawa, Jimmy, Sparky, and Jowkazza to be with everybody else, so that because you guys can't see all the same stuff.
Okay.
So I'll do that first. And roll your planetary systems.
Just base knowledge, I'm assuming.
It would be for you, yeah.
For Mio.
Wait, what does Jimmy know about planets?
What does Jimmy know about planets?
Jimmy doesn't know. Jimmy doesn't know. Jimmy doesn't know.
Oh, I do have planetary system. I knew I do have. Okay, so I do have a knowledge cartridge. It's gonna pop that bad boy in. What do I know about this area? Jimmy
Okay,
goes,
Jimmy.
wait. Got them knowledge cartridges. Why not on the fly when I can just put a cartridge in temporarily?
Jowkazza, you think about it and you think, and then you go, nah, I don't care.
Fine.
Here.
I've heard about things like shaking planets before. Why not? This could be one of them.
It could be. I'm just kind of wondering, if we're going to be coming across any naturally occurring pools that might have boiling water and a couple crabs in them or something,
Jimmy, you connect right into your planetary systems knowledge cartridge, and you pull up Rathalay, and you pull up the Siltstone region, and it describe you start going through, and you're reading about the existence of Rathalay and Firestone, and you get really interested in that. It talks about how Firestone, when exposed to other Firestone gems, tends to heat, and they're used as, they're used in jewelry, they're used in a lot of more textile kind of things. And then you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then you go in and you're like, oh yeah, this is a region that's known for having a lot of Firestone in it around here. And then your cartridge cuts off really quick.
Good old ones.
You gotta blow on the cartridge before you put it in.
Gotta get the Nintendo blow. Gotta reinsert that cartridge. Jimmy's like,
Told you.
at that moment, pulls it out. Actually, do Gemmas even have breath? Or they just like,
Well, right now,
Jimmy
Jimmy's
didn't
wearing
know.
a Daft Punk mask. I don't think he can.
I'm sorry, he kept blowing.
He holds it up to his mask and then goes, ah, ooh, teeny.
Don't tell Jimmy.
Jimmy's like, well, there's things called firestones, which are really pretty when they come together. But I missed the important bit about the shaking.
Like he said it like an old man. I got the shakes myself.
Well, I don't understand all the shaking, but I know it's normal.
Or if you just shake perfectly in time with the planet. Nope, nothing's wrong here.
Just the wobble.
Oh.
That's a wobble, all right.
Okay, wait, so we're back where Dang Cyan is. Is this all junk in front of us? This is all the rest. This isn't all the Imperial credits. We left that behind.
Right, you left that behind. I forgot. You guys also opened a crate that had a lot of. It was like a metal crate, so everything in it was more well preserved, and it had a lot of very nice. Jimmy might describe it as very nice looking junk. A lot of circuit boards that were in good condition. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now, unless anybody wants to do anything with it or ask anything about it.
Hey,
Jimmy will search to see if there's anything of value here to help. I mean, the last time I was here, we repaired Sparky, but it wasn't quite up to full snuff. So if there's a circuit here I could use to help repair Sparky further. Well, it's been a minute. I can't remember the last.
Well, let me see what this is. I think this would be
What's going on with the 80AT guy?
88. He's still with you. You guys have him as a droid with a droid collar on him.
So he actually has a droid body now, and he's walking around.
yeah, we hired him.
Yeah. You gave him a droid body and hired him effectively. Yeah.
Yeah, we gave him money to follow us around, but we didn't trust him, so we have a one of those droid collars.
Yeah. Okay. I think that was the very last mission that I was. That was the very end of the last mission that I was around for.
Jimmy,
And
go ahead and
Ian's also
roll-
here. He's following us around.
Jimmy, you can roll your base technical.
Okay. Base technical.
I think it's 40 plus 2 for you.
Yeah, it is 42.
Like the base out of the box best mechanic and pilot.
Unless you roll a bunch of ones.
You as you're looking at the circuit boards, you aren't exactly sure what they're for, but you do notice an Imperial logo embossed on the center, the main processor chip on it, or the main chip, semiconductor chip. I can't think right now.
Oh, good. So the main semiconductor chip, or on the motherboards themselves, or the boards are embossed with the logo of the Imperial fleet.
Yeah, that the Imperial gear.
Yeah. Well, Imperial gear. Is there anything that would help our new robot friend here? Let's see. Is there anything wrong with him outside of the fact he's been limited with that restraining bolt that was inserted in him, or is he fully functional and walking around? There's no issues with his mobility.
I mean, he can walk around with the body just fine. It's not the same style body as he would normally use. So he's got to kind of like run a little bit higher on his processor to be able to handle the body because he's not his normal, functions. But he seems fine. He's not like tripping around or anything. No C-3PO head on a battle droid body, you know.
Okay. Well, in that case, in the meantime, I'll put my planetary skill knowledge away. So I'm like, well, stupid cartridge. Didn't work as expected. I'm gonna put my language back inside. I'm gonna pop that right back in there. That good old languages.
Go get a refund from Tech.
Hey, Tech, you gotta blow on this cartridge for me. All right, then I'll. Can I search the junk for anything of value at the very least? So outside of the technical stuff for circuit board, is there anything of value that's in there? So I guess I'll just roll a base search for that. That'd be right.
Yeah, you can roll a search to look through.
There's
if
also
you want to rummage through stuff.
value as a skill.
Well,
Yeah,
that's based on if you find anything.
Yeah, it's only like that's one thing I'm trying to figure out. I had the value cartridge, but not sure if that would actually help me detect something value.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
I mean, you could roll value on the circuit boards you have. While Jimmy's rummaging through everything, does anybody else want to do anything?
little rummaging.
Yeah, you can roll search.
I will take the journal so we don't leave it behind. This could be good evidence / blackmail.
Oh, I got a 10 on my search. Not terrible. It's not great, but
6 on your special. You see, a lot of the stuff in here is in various levels of rot and decay. There's some barrels that look like they once held a decent amount of liquor or alcohol, or well, I guess liquor is alcohol, but a decent amount of kind of contraband goods along those lines. In this pile right here, there's more like textile items, things that you would use if you were going to be keeping warm or working in the area. There's there's clothing items and things along those lines with a 10.
Ooh,
What's that for?
time for new
Jowkazza?
disguises, everyone.
I was gonna say like time for Jowkazza to get a new blanket.
Give me a rotting cape.
I also want to search.
Okay.
And I'm a better searcher than.
Oh yeah, you are. You got 19.
You notice that these are some items that you'd use for like mining demolitions, like kind of the specialty personal protective equipment you might use if you were doing things along those lines. And you don't see anything of immediate like obvious value in it. Roll 1d6. It looks like you've got
An empty can of Old Bay seasoning.
There
Gods.
it is.
Other seasonings are available, not a sponsor.
a kind of a beat up. It's like a handheld electronic device that looks like it's the least. It's not closed. It's not a rotting barrel. It's not it's a little bit different from everything else that you've seen. But you can't turn it on. It looks kind of like if I left my Game Boy outside for a month. A bit beat up. You're not sure exactly what it's for, what it does, but it's not in the best condition.
Two things. Does it look like there's any sort of like so presumably they had this thing that scared away the crabs and then it was remotely turned off. Is there any sort of like control panel or like bracelet or something that this person's wearing that looks like it may have been related to that system. And second, CP or Rusty, maybe if there's demolition stuff in here, you might want to check this and see if there's anything you could use to blow stuff up.
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to look for something around on the body or around in the pile anywhere, Blaine, you can roll to look for that specifically.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Rusty, roll your demolitions. Let's just call it demolitions because I don't want to do a knowledge skill on this.
And what is that?
Your demolitions is 5D.
Don't you tell me.
I'm just searching the body, I guess. 9.
You don't see anything else on it. As somebody that's been around the galaxy and kind of has set up a fence on Yavin at some point, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's correct. Just
Things that they, you know that there generally would be that this kind of it's effectively like an electromagnetic fence that would be put up, and that you would need some sort of a power supply that you guys haven't really seen for it, and it would run through each of these, basically these posts that get dug into the ground or stuck into the ground to set up a perimeter around an area. So you could use them to, in the instance of cave like this, you could create a pathway that you could walk without concern, or allow you to activate the rod and then move into an area where, you've seen the crabs be a little bit, display some hostility when you move somewhere, and if you had a rod that you could drop down there, it would kind of keep them at bay a little bit, so you could enter an area that they normally wouldn't let you. But there's not normally a call or anything for that.
Okay.
But when you read the journal, it described that they had been tampered with and damaged, and that was why they were unable to use the ones they had, and that other ones had been taken. So Rusty, with a 14, you recognize that device that Jowkazza found will allow you to get, it's used for mining operations to try and find differences in density in basically like a stone slab or a stone wall. So you could use it to look for example, a gemstone or a iron ore or an iron vein or a gold vein or whatever in a giant cavern system. So you could basically run along the wall of the cavern and it'll read off a different density within there and give you the idea like, oh, behind this wall there's, this is say a 4-foot thick wall, and behind it looks like there's a giant pocket of air, or this, 2 feet in from here it looks like there's the beginning of a metal vein, or whatever along those lines.
or we could also use
Dan,
it.
I can find things that are hard.
You can. It's kind of like X-ray vision almost, but you don't see it. You can use it to read and go like, oh, there's the thought that came to mind is like, there's a cyst in here. That's not what it's called in a cavern. There's a giant opening in, there's a hollow in this wall.
Or an underground base.
There's a snake in my boots. Or yeah, exactly. Like where the stairs are, where the hole, like where the secret ways up are. Like we could look for like Duracrete and whatever.
You just found the mini map in every dungeon crawler.
But it is currently damaged, Rusty. You know that it's not working right now.
Jimmy can fix it.
Hey boy.
Piece of junk.
Bota, you want to do anything while everybody else is rummaging? Oh, look, I found this guy. Hey, anybody see a bracelet around here?
Well, I took the journal for sure. You want?
Yeah.
So did you say that we had one of those rods?
No, I did not.
Okay. So this crab that I'm standing over here next to, is it acting aggressively or is it just kind of standing there?
No, they seem kind of chill. I mean, it's not just standing there, yeah, but I'm not going to make all the crabs in the cave scurry about whenever you guys go near him. But you know, he kind of like he sees you approach and he kind of scutters off to the side. They don't. He doesn't display any aggressive behavior as he sees you. It's just like if you walked up to a crab on the beach. Although normally at the beach, crabs are a lot smaller.
I guess
For
I'm just trying to
reference,
see.
the
go ahead.
crabs range from where did I put it? The crabs range from about half a meter, or a foot and a half, to about 6 feet tall, or sorry, wide, and about half a meter tall. And yeah,
All right.
they're not small, and they get pretty big. This one's about 5 feet wide.
Well, that sounds plenty big enough to be concerned with. So I guess I'm just trying to see if there's any other exit route other than the way we came in. So I just would keep looking around over here.
Now we got this tool. What's the name of this mining tool?
No.
For cave.
Secret cave finder 3000.
This is my weakness completely. Even over the course of a year, my weakness is naming things.
Thing that shall not be named.
The first
Just
thing that
call
came
it
to mind
hard
was the
stuff.
thermometer, and that's not. What are you looking for?
Just to see if
Bota?
there's any other like that I can notice that might be like a traveled route that they were using to move these goods in and out of here, other than the way that we came in.
No, the ground underfoot varies from kind of a packed gravel to kind of a dirt, a loose dirt on top of rock, and from the crab tracks. You don't. It's been a fairly long amount of time since these bodies. Blaine kind of estimated that these bodies are a little bit older, and with all the Imperial logos, you could guess that it's been a good half a decade since these guys died potentially, and you don't see any tracks that they might have worn through the area. But you do, slightly ahead of you, see another skeleton and a larger crab.
Oh yeah, I see that now.
That moves off to the side as you approach. And it turns and it starts to, like not avoiding you, but more kind of like disinterested in you, and you can see that it starts to kind of pick at the algae on the wall and is feeding itself more or less.
The bioluminescent algae.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Can Jawa Jimmy try to fix the cave spire 3000?
Cave spire.
Yeah, we can call it a geoscope. Why not? And Jimmy, you can take a look at it if you want.
Sure. Take a look at it. Would this be rolling tentacle or would this be something else?
I feel like Jawa Jimmy would just steal it. What geoscope? Jimmy, we need this.
Jimmy, we need that to get out of here. I don't know what
I
you're
feel
talking
like he's got sticky fingers, but I feel like he's like, nah, I don't need this.
about. I think what would this be? What kind of repair is this? Let's go with let's go with droid repair. I guess droids could have kind of equipment along these lines in them.
All right. That's what, 60? No, that's
Oh, dang it.
something insane, isn't it? Yeah, with
5D.
Jimmy. Oh,
5D
5D.
droid repair. To
Yeah, that's
diagnose
not
it and see what you might be able to do with it.
bad.
Yeah, we can call it a
Well,
geoscope. We'll call it the geoscope. Why not?
No, why not? It's me, a 23.
Goodness gracious. You take a look at it and you figure you're gonna need something to be able to replace some of the. It's fairly simple. It's not microprocessor based, but you're gonna need some analog components to do it. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. Some other
Analog
circuit.
component.
You're gonna
Okay.
need some other circuit pieces.
Is there anything I
You
can
know.
discern from the existing pile of
Crap.
circuit board that would be able to help?
You might have to scrap some of the boards that you have.
Scrap
But
some of
you
the what?
think
Sorry?
that
I missed
some of
that
the
last.
boards that you have that were in better condition, you might need to scrap some of them to be able to do any repairs on it. Or you
Yeah,
guys could just start blowing up things all over the place.
I mean, these are all viable options. Let's say if you
Sorry, go for it.
So let's say if you gents are you want this thing repaired, or
Yeah, we gotta
no, Jimmy's gonna sacrifice some good boards to make this dang thing work. Let's get this thing going. Would that roll be robotic more repair? Another repair roll to get this done, or would it be something else?
This would be a repair, and you could actually use any engineering for a droid repair for this.
Which okay, that's a massive bonus then.
you could
think
make
you-
it have a droid brain.
Jimmy's like,
Right?
I'm gonna plug this into Sparky.
And I'm not gonna do that.
Bota, as you're looking about, the crabs that you just walked by, the one kind of finishes picking off the wall a little bit, and then it starts to burrow a little bit, and it shakes and digs, and it buries itself just underneath the surface.
Oh, surprise crabs. The worst kind.
Rolled a 20 on the repair.
Roll 1d6.
Okie doke. A 4.
It's not simple to go through, and as you're going through, you make some mistakes a couple of times, and you damage a fair amount of the boards. As you're just not like, you've been working, you've been learning about this, but it's all book smarts at this point. You've never really gone in and tried to do a lot of electronic repair at this level. You're used to the software side, and doing the hardware side, you're just not used to it, right? Like, you know the theory, you just don't, and so you mess around with it, and then you turn it on, and you see a little spark, and you're like, "Ah, crap." And then you garbage another board and mess around with it, and you break through the better part of half of the boards that were in that crate before you think that you've got it in working order. But it clicks on, and you're like, yeah, I don't know what this does really, but it looks like it works. I think that it works now.
Hey, good job.
It's amazing.
All these birds are just smoking in the background. Jamie, what's that smell? Don't worry about it.
Dead junk.
This thing, whatever this is now repaired, I think. So, what do we use this for?
So handle it with gloves, and that's why it's going to Rusty, because he's already got gloves on.
Don't they spark?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, sure, they're electric gloves. But that's good because, like a lightning rod left out in the storm, it'll catch that electricity and send it right back. That's what we want, right?
Edges?
Eh? Look, I live in a place called Cloud City. I think I know a little bit about lightning rods.
And weather vanes.
Yep. They're good for catching you if you fall off the planet. Worked for Luke Skywalker.
As you're finishing this up, Ian and AT-88 come back in.
I think I'm just gonna try to run this cave to the end on this side, just see if there's just anything else back here.
Yeah, I'll follow behind you just in case. Wait,
That's a good
but we
idea.
do have Rusty, you do have your mining tool. Let's just start surveying. All right, there's not limited batteries on it or anything, is there?
I mean, you're gonna have to, he's gonna have to roll to kind of utilize it. This is what happens when you create a tool, and Star Wars isn't designed for you to use tools.
Yeah. Well, there's. I think we have skills we just never use.
Got skills.
This will be a sensors roll.
Oh, perfect. All right, Rusty. Finally, time to use my sensor skill.
Make us proud.
Sensors is 7D.
Ooh.
What are you walking around? There's some more kind of beat up barrels, or kind of broken down barrels, rusted iron banding. You see one or two that they're still
Roll it
kind of
now.
intact, like they haven't rotted away completely. But nothing else of major value. Just more crabs and rock around. Wait, what is Rusty rolling 7 for?
Oh, that was me. But I guess Rusty's got the tool. He should roll it. Go, Rusty.
Cool.
Well, no, because I meant what was Rusty rolling 7 because he rolled 66 plus 1D.
Oh,
Are you Chris? You're muted, or you're not, or I can't hear you.
I can't hear.
It's the sensors.
Rusty's been talking the whole time and nobody's heard him. He just
Oh,
thought everybody
no.
was ignoring him.
Not again.
Why does it happen so often?
Yeah, I guess if it's sensors, it's just 2D plus 2 for Rusty.
I'm just trying to be quiet, guys. I got a baby sleeping nearby.
Yeah, we wish we could hear you too.
You gotta go steam room and back.
Yeah, jump over to the steam room and then jump back to the lounge. The old Rusty 1-2.
He just stayed in the steam room.
He's got to get us his schwitz on.
Oh no.
Let up for a second.
Maybe we should all go to the steam room.
Okay. All right, Rusty. You talking
That was a trick.
to me?
Go to the steam room, but not really.
Oh, I can see it lighting up as if you were talking.
Yeah, there's just
No.
sound coming through.
Oh wait,
I'm trying.
just talk louder. Start yelling, Chris.
Keep that baby awake.
Wake up that baby.
Heard it for a second.
So low, the computer can't even register it. It's Rusty in stealth mode.
I feel like Rusty in stealth modes when he falls asleep.
Why does Discord do this? Now you just. Wait, no, he literally was just muted. All right. While Rusty's finding his voice.
That was a convenient way to excuse himself from the mission.
I was trying to do stuff the whole time.
I don't know if it was convenient.
All right, so I kind of ran out here at the corners. It seems like we've gotten, to at least the main cache area of what they had stored down here. And again, the only way in and out is the way we came so far that we've been able to find.
Well, we did see a huge cache of crab eggs in the bottom right-hand corner, but we have not explored this left-hand area, so I say we do it. We could find other tools to help us.
Bota walked around it.
Oh, you did?
And now you literally just have your mute on, Chris. Both Chris's have their mute.
2 Chris's, no mics.
Oh my.
Oh, Mike.
So yeah, you're right. We did find that other area with all those Imperial credits. Did we chase down that entire tunnel to see if there's anything past that point, or did we stop because we saw those crabs?
What are these barrels?
They look like they hold they held some alcohol. It looks like there's one that's in pretty decent condition still.
Rusty would have loved this.
But
Only Rusty were here.
Rusty pressed the mute button.
Can I?
I
Missed that
literally
by
see the
already.
microphone with a cross over it. He doesn't even want to talk to us.
All right. Hey, look at it. Here's a skull. This is something that Katira would have really, really enjoyed.
A dead body, a
She-
decayed skeleton on the ground.
Yeah, she really liked those skulls. Hey, is anyone gonna follow me to the left?
Where did you go?
Right here.
Oh, there you are. I can't
Oh,
see you. As soon as
wow.
you go out of my area, I lose you.
Follow me.
I didn't realize that the light was like line of sight.
Hey, guys! I found some down here. Slowly. Hey,
Oh wow, it is line of sight. That is interesting.
I
This is
found
amazing.
I found some things down here. What's this to my left?
It looks like some broken down crates and barrels that they might have
Crate and
been kind
barrel.
of Yep, broken down crate and
Oh,
barrels.
wow.
Some really expensive homeware in there.
I prefer
Yeah.
That it looks like some crabs have kind of trampled over time.
Ugh.
Those damn
Oh
crabs.
man, that could have really made my room.
This was out of the Coruscant catalog of 23.
Hey, what's this
Oh,
right
it-
here? Is this a little
Collection.
pool?
The
Uh,
baby pool.
That's a larger spore right there that Bota just a
Oh.
little while ago saw one of the crabs feeding from.
Oh yeah, don't go in there. That's the fountain of youth.
You know, I'm
And-
gonna die in real life before my character dies of old age.
Blaine, as you walk over there, the ground kind of shuffles a little bit.
Don't stand on the crabs.
And a crab kind of moves up and the stupid layers.
That's a big
He's got
one.
it scurries out of the way.
I'm
It's
gonna
over here.
I'm gonna try to do beast handling.
Yeah, seriously.
You're gonna try to handle this guy?
Yeah.
Get one of these as a pet.
Yeah, like I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm
Oh
gonna,
wait. There we go, Chris.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I got a crab for you.
Hey,
He found the mute button.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. Let's keep going.
18 on my beast handling. I want to see if I can.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to bond with this crab, so it'll like slow blink at me like a cat.
Oh, Blake.
What?
Yeah. Trying to bond with this crab.
Describe to me how you bond with this crab.
Well, I make my hands into little crab claws, and then I only walk sideways, and then I slowly blink lovingly at it.
It is a crab, not a cat, mind you.
What's a cat? I mean, I guess Blaine doesn't.
There are cats in Star Wars.
Is there? Yeah, I guess there is. All right. Well, I just want to see how friendly they are. Like if I'm doing these little tricks and techniques in front of the crab, does it respond at all?
It wanders. This one wanders towards you a little bit and kind of observes you, but they don't. It then kind of scurries off again. It doesn't. They don't look like they're very strongly intelligent creatures, so it doesn't. Not something you feel like you could teach any tricks to or anything along those lines.
All right. Well, this crab just failed its audition to Jurassic Park.
Can I try brainwashing? I just rolled a 6 on brainwashing.
The crab.
Consider it, and then you think about how much you know about this planet, and then there's another shutter above you, and you think, "Am I making that happen?" And you wonder whether you're brainwashing yourself.
Hmm.
I mean, the crabs aren't that intelligent. They can't require that high of a roll to brainwash me.
Hey, let's
That's
use
true.
that tool
Could
in
you
this room.
brainwash could you brainwash a squirrel?
Yeah,
Sure.
I believe you
Do
could.
what?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. To believe that it's not a squirrel.
Yeah. You can brainwash anything with nipples.
I have nipples. Jowkazza, could you brainwash me?
Take the armor off.
Jimmy, roll. What is this?
Oh, if we're gonna die down here,
Roll-
we might as well get off.
Roll 2d6 for me, Jimmy.
Nine.
Gracias.
G.
All right, what do you want to do?
Let's use that tool to see if there's anything in this room. There seems to be crabs hiding here. This seems to be sort of a wider area. Let's use that tool to see if
Turn on the
there's
rock finder.
we're getting anything.
Rock out.
All right, go nuts. I guess Rusty's got the tool. Yeah, Rusty, you got the tool. Roll
2D plus 1 if it's mechanical.
Yeah,
I've got
or
the tool.
2d plus 2 for
Oh.
Rusty.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, well.
As you use it, this wall directly to Rusty's right, or like his upper left corner there where I'm pinging, you get that it's not very thick. Like you figure it's about, I don't know, 6 to 8 feet thick right there.
Wait, where?
Just above Rusty, to the left, above and to the left of Rusty.
6 to 8 feet.
Yeah,
You just put me
pretty
through the
thick.
wall to the other side over here where we just walked.
and
Or
as
above.
Bota says that, Rusty, you realize, yeah, that might be exactly what you did.
At
Put
least
that
it
thing away
works.
from me.
Hmm.
At least it works.
Have
What-
have we
what if-
have we explored up and to the right of this, or no, up and to the left?
Hey guys, I
Or-
found a pool
Okay.
up and to
Yeah,
the
this-
left.
This looks interesting.
What if we
Let's
point it at the ceiling?
Rusty, can I borrow your tool real quick?
You feel Blaine, you can feel the water, that kind of ebb and
thought you
flow
were-
of water right there.
I thought
and
you
you
were
realize-
going elsewhere.
You can feel the ebb and flow of the water right there, and you realize that might be a similar access to where you had come in
Oh.
originally.
Got it. Another smuggler's tunnel. Oh,
And-
I see. It probably connects under here.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, I think we have to go to the crab clutch, but I just don't know how we're gonna fight them without all of our weapons. And we didn't find any extra tools to fight the crabs.
You guys have some weapons. I mean, nobody's got any glow rods
The thing is
or
that
anything to increase visibility either. Does anybody have anything to increase visibility or any light sources?
the only
You could
light,
just have the silent eye.
yeah, we only brought light for our light shows. We're still like, I still don't have all my equipment, so.
Wait, when did we lose our equipment? Sorry, I may have missed that bit.
Well,
When did
we never brought it because we were a band.
No, wait. I thought we found our equipment. Wait.
We did find our equipment, but I didn't bring we didn't all bring all of
Yeah.
our stuff.
Right, you didn't bring everything. Yeah.
I don't have any rocket boots or my gun. No, I have my gun.
Oh, I have my gun and a lightsaber. That's for dang sure. Even don't leave no lightsaber around.
Oh,
We
hey,
paid-
hey. You know what crabs hate?
Saber.
Lightsabers.
Jimmy, as you click on your lightsaber, a red glow emanates from Jawa Jimmy, and you're able to see a little bit further in the cave than you normally otherwise would.
Jimmy's like, I like that warm glow.
You actually have 5D in lightsaber, right? You improved it.
I mean, I'm really good.
All right.
Jimmy, be a
The
Jedi
whole character's
tonight.
like, why does the Jawa have 5d6 in
What?
lightsaber combat? Well, you never know.
You
So-
never know.
Don't mess with Jimmy. Don't mess with Jimmy.
Jimmy, roll your perception again.
Perception. Just 2d plus. Wait, 2d plus something. Grand
I think you're
perception.
2D plus 2 perception. Six
Oh,
on the wall.
1d6. 17?
Nice.
You hear a slight gasp from behind you as you ignite the lightsaber.
Gasp or gas? Sorry.
Gasp.
What? Someone farted. Slight gas?
Like,
Was it me?
you hear gas. Like, whoa, what the heck? I know we're in a cave, gentlemen, but have some manners. Okay, can Joe and Jimmy look around and see who
I guess
hit
that
the
was
gas?
probably Ian, right?
Yeah.
Where'd that smell come from?
We have limited oxygen down here. Ian.
I'm
And,
scared
uh,
to come over here.
Bears, you hear that? Bears, you're putting the whole cast in danger.
I mean, just basically as you ignite the lightsaber, you turn and Ian's got quizzical, maybe? I don't know what the right word for it. Look on his face.
Yeah,
that
I
you-
guess you
that
never
some
would have
Jawa
thought that Jawa would be
lit up
carrying a lightsaber.
Not every day.
I We got real good with it. Don't judge.
Yeah, I suppose that. I mean, that's not normally something someone carries about, you know.
If we can't tell, I'm not normal already. So
Yeah.
I suppose that's the case.
Yeah, we met a. Oh, I wasn't there. Never mind. Blaine doesn't say anything.
Blaine doesn't even know that Jimmy's glowing red right now. Although you guys might see a faint red glow emanating down the hall just a little ways.
wait, where's everyone else at, sir? I didn't see. Is everyone?
They went up from where you are.
Oh, up. Oh, okay. Thought they were going south. Oh, it's a dead end. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Let's
so-
let's head back down.
So there's been, you know, I mean, you found that the kind of the main area, which was the largest cavern. Well, one of the there were two kind of bigger caverns. The one that you found that body in, and one empty one right at the entrance.
Ooh, I
and
do
then
like
you
this
have
red
found-
light. Fancy.
You found a bit of a little continuation tunnel that led to where you found all the Imperial credits, and then a little bit along down that path as well was where there wasn't actually algae growing, but there was a glow in the room where the crabs got pissed off as you came near.
Yeah, that's the
Which
room
was-
that we need
that was
to.
not-
We need to take down these crabs. Jowkazza, how was your crab wrestling game?
You guys do have, I mean, you have your blasters. Bota doesn't have his jetpack anymore. It's out of charges. But you guys have your blasters. Jimmy's got his lightsaber. And I mean, that's not. I don't want to say that's the only way to get out of here, but it's certainly a way to get out of here.
It's the way we know.
You could swim out.
We could also keep using that tool along the way to see if anything else pops up. Can we just
We could
have
do
it
that.
like passively scanning, then instead of having to re-roll poorly each time?
Yeah. Why don't? How about this? Why don't we have? Trying to think here. I mean, it's fairly obvious. Rusty, you're like, yeah, I've seen something like this before, but I don't know exactly how it works.
All seen blinking lights.
But you know
Barely know how to turn this thing on.
you know enough to describe that it's how it works. And I mean, like the rest of your, you know, like if you want anybody else to, if you want to teach anybody about it, but nobody else would be able to really utilize it without Rusty's expertise. Let's put it that way.
Rusty, show me the ways.
Blaine, you're really good with you're really good with ship sensors, but this is not a ship sensor. You know, this is a little bit different for you.
Well, according to this, it says there's TIE fighters coming at us.
And let's see here. Dude, sensors are a stinking long read here. Yeah, I mean, Rusty, as you're going through, you get, you know, you start to pick up on it, and you start to pick up, you know, that you're starting to get like, oh yeah, I see where this wall splits, but there's another walkway on the other side there, and get a feel for utilizing it, as you're going through, and you're starting to, you know, you're like, all right, down is down, like, yep, nope, that's solid earth below us, and you get a hard
Correction.
well, yeah, I don't know how.
Just-
Goodness gracious! You get a hard, like a solid, like, yep, this is what it looks like when it's like an impenetrable amount, and you start to see that on some of the other walls, for lack of a better sense, as you're walking out that way. You know, after your first using one, you feel a little bit embarrassed, but you start to go like, oh yeah, I think I've seen someone use this before, and as you're walking through now, you're getting a better feel for it, walking about. So
He's pointing into the wall, going, "That's a rock. Yeah, that's a rock. Yeah."
yes, that's exactly what he's doing.
I think I got this, guys.
Guys, I found a rock.
Oh, jeez.
I'd like to think anyone could do better than me, right? No. All right. Why don't
Any,
drive the ship?
you know that this area, you don't see anything in this area. Everything in this area looks fairly solid. As you're passing into it, you notice that this is probably closer to, as you kind of go towards the ceiling. It's not quite as dense, but it's not anything. Roll, let's roll your demolitions on this, Rusty.
I think that was a 5.
Yeah.
23. Man, I keep getting those ones.
No, you gotta. Oh, that's a 1. That is a 1 on your special, huh? You're like, you realize the ceiling here is thin enough that if you put demolition charge in it, you could blow it, but it wouldn't be a good idea. You realize it wouldn't be a good idea. Like you don't know that it would be accessible to you afterwards based on, like, it'll blow a hole in whatever's above you, but all the debris coming down might effectively block your way up anyways if it didn't kill you. So while you know that you're underneath something, it's just not a good place to blow right there.
Oop. Moving on.
Hey, let's on our way there. Let's walk past those credits again.
Let's happen past those Imperial credits.
Jowkazza, roll your perception. All right, good.
Uh-oh. All right, we going?
Are we going back to the ship?
No, we're gonna go to the crab clutch and kill the king crab.
All right, let's do it.
We got a lightsaber.
Bomb.
We got AT-88 that's gonna prove it's however many credits I paid for them. We got this. Or just do demolitions on it. Crack that crab.
Make some crab cakes.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
And Jimmy, you could, like, these are crabs Jimmy could ride on, but Jowkazza would, might share for lunch with his clan.
So whichever Jimmy wants to ride it, Jowkazza would spook him. Is like he'd be drilling like, our crab looks pretty good there, Jimmy.
They vary from, oh man, I got water on my paper. They vary from half a meter to 2 meters wide and about a foot to a foot and a half tall.
All right, well, shoot. I don't know where everyone else went. I'm in the bottom right-hand corner, everyone. By where I think I remember the big crab being.
You ran off without us?
Blaine went down and to the right, or, well, around and down and to the right.
Down, just like that magic bullet. Down and to the right.
Blaine, you see a big pile of debris near you. Like, just, I mean, it's more rubble than debris than everything else you've seen before. There's some debris mixed in there, like old crates and things along those lines, but it mostly looks like it's rubble.
Some debris mixed in with my rubble. You got rubble in my debris. Let's eat it. Tastes terrible. Okay. I guess I'll take a look while I'm waiting for everyone to catch up.
Where'd you go? Did you go south? Sorry, I forgot what you guys have
He
on the
went.
map.
I went
you
to the
gotta go-
far right and then down.
Nope. I'll put Ian about halfway up, and then
It feels like we're
88
crawling through a
to the
small
right.
intestine.
Don't give the GM
Gotta
any
go that way.
ideas.
And then
I got crabs in my intestines.
and then down.
Dr.
All that shaking we've been feeling is the indigestion.
Mm.
Oh, I found some really nice looking boxes.
Oh, did you find the credits?
I
Jowkazza
don't know,
and
but they're not all
Rusty,
broken up.
you do see these are in much better shape metal and solid crates that are not as broken up around you.
I want to search. Can I pry them open?
There's Jawa Jimmy.
Do I
Yeah,
never-
roll your strength to try and open them. You would be the one to open these crates.
21,
Where did I put my quick reference?
and I'm gonna try really hard.
Yeah. You managed to rip open these crates, and they're within. There's it's like there's gemstones set in it, but they're set. Imagine like a thick foam lining, like something that you would shadow out for a toolbox or a tool chest, where you put in your wrenches and they all belong in just that spot. But this thick foam lining that each gem sits in, and they're sitting about, I don't know, 3 to 4 inches apart, each one, and they're layered. So there's these layers of gems that vary in size from about like a silver dollar around, kind of spherical size, to a bit bigger than like I want to say a goose egg, like a good size egg, They're varying in size there. As you open the next crate, you find some what look like metal ingots, and as you open the next crate, you find just a stack of finely stacked credits that are all embossed with an Imperial logo.
And this is different than the other one we were in, huh? The other treasure trove we found. Right?
There's a little bit. This is further down. So you found a stack of credits now Sparky found a stack of credits. You found a stack of credits earlier, and they were just like a pile of credits, but none of them were like super high monetary value. There was a decent amount. Whereas Jowkazza, I mean, you've all lived through the Empire. This is a good amount of credits. These are chests full of valuables. Like, this is some money.
Hey, everyone! What if we just looted everything that we found here?
Before Jimmy gets here, I put all of them in my satchel.
You can put some stuff in your satchel if you want. You just gotta tell me what you want to put in your satchel.
Does Jimmy find this stash right here? What is this?
Which staff, Jimmy had?
Well, by Sparky.
That's the pile. That's a pile of Imperial credits.
I'll put the I guess, I don't know.
This the pile of credits?
Gems.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Those are credits that you all haven't been around. You would know that these are like the kind of credits that you would spend. These are your 10s, 5s, and $20 bills. The things that you would go out and spend money on. Jowkazza found a briefcase full of hundreds.
whoa. My
They're
notes.
Imperial, right? So we can't use them anymore.
They're not worth as much. Like last time, so we found. Oh, I have a note for whatever we found last time, but they're not worth as much because of like the exchange rate or depreciation of Imperial credits. Right,
I'll
like
take
in
the gems.
Mando, they were like, Imperial credits, no thanks.
Let's take the gems.
How do you want to move them? You want to just are you just stuffing them in your satchel?
Yeah.
All
Sure.
right. Roll. All right. You have stuffed them into your satchel.
Yes.
Oh, but these are those. Well, so we don't, I guess, see this, but those could be the gems that explode,
They could be.
and that's probably why they were in a special crate.
And I search them using my demolition knowledge, or
Where you at,
just my
Rusty?
search.
He's right next to me.
Oh,
Right next to the fur guy.
I mean, you can take a look around with your demolitions knowledge. You're not. Yeah. Roll demolitions. I like that this is your knowledge for things that blow things up, rather than trying to have you roll a knowledge. And Rusty's not super smart at this, right?
I still got a 1, damn it.
I'm good at blowing things up. I think it's because you're rolling plus 1d exclamation mark instead of 1d6.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's what I get. No, I rolled it. That's what I get.
Nope. Nope. Anytime you roll just 1d, it gives you a 1.
No. I don't have my presets. Well, that's what I would have got.
Oh, that's a 6 plus a 1.
What?
You got both. Having heard everything from Jimmy, and as he talked about the area, and then just cut off, not really answering whether or not there's earthquakes here. You're like, maybe. I don't know. They look pretty. But you get a sense that maybe, like, you're like, maybe, like, if anything, like, he described them when they get close to each other, they heat up, but I don't know.
All right, so I don't know anything.
Brilliant
wanna just light one up?
detective work.
They're not, whatever they are, they're not a demolitions item. You don't recognize them as a demolitions component.
Can we just put one next to the crab and see how it reacts to it?
You want to throw a shiny rock at a crab?
I mean, give me a small one, Joe.
Roll your base dexterity.
Dance for my crab. Dance for me like
Actually-
Lulu used to
actually, in your
dance
case-
for me.
In your case, Rusty, if you want, you can roll a grenade roll, because this is similar. Throwing an item like that.
All right, that's my kind of talking. Grenade this bad boy. Wait.
Lobs it up in a perfect arc that it right on the back of the crab, and the crab scurries, like startled by having something suddenly hit it, and then just settles down, unconcerned.
Well, that didn't do much.
It emasculated the crab greatly.
Anytime you guys want me to throw some grenades, let me know. I got this down.
I could hit a crab from 5 feet away.
Rusty's crab remover.
It's probably like
Should
it's
call it
probably
Krusty's.
like old. It's probably like old dynamite, where like if it crystallized the right composition, then it can like blow up if you even step next to it. But otherwise, it's pretty stable.
It's like nitroglycerin.
Yeah. So
The
it's
crab
fine.
the crab does kick back the whatever you threw at it, like it's mad at it, but that's it.
See, that's an intelligent little crab.
Thanks, little guy.
Does that mean it makes the Jurassic Park cut?
Not yet.
It then it then burrows under the sand.
That's not going to play to audiences. Watch this. Actually, I guess you could make a crab soccer team.
As I walk past Jimmy, I'm gonna say, hey, there's some credits back there.
Is it all that's there? Was there any more? I don't know. Let's say on your person.
Jimmy, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Hey, I mean that could be a con,
Yeah, I
and
found Bota.
you could roll to see if you know Jowkazza's lying.
Whoa, what is con? Is that knowledge?
Perception.
I'm going to roll my hide to hide them on my person.
Oh, smart.
She was gonna roll.
From
Sneak.
Jawa.
Go steal. No, I shouldn't do that. That'd be really bad. What you got there, Jowkazza? Oh my God! Look, a crab.
Just pickpocket Jowkazza. Oh, rough.
Jowkazza.
This is when groups stop playing RPGs, when people start stealing each other's stuff.
Used to be friends.
Then we stole all of each other's imaginary objects. But guys, I have an idea here. What if we just kind of clear this place out, and we just leave the island? Like, this is more than enough than any of our individual rewards, right? I'm just throwing this out here. You can throw it on back.
As Blaine's talking, everything kind of shudders again.
See, it's falling apart.
Did Joe and Jimmy rerun that cartridge roll for planetary? I feel like Joe and Jimmy's like, this seems worse than I realized. We'll give that knowledge cartridge another try.
Yeah, go ahead.
Joe and Jimmy's a little concerned here. I'm gonna re-roll this. Oh, that was a surprisingly good roll. 22 for planetary knowledge.
You get back to you're back to the part about Rathalayne Firestone and heat generation. It talks about the siltstone region, and it specifies the Beshnikol River and how there's a deposit of siltstone in the area, which is the Rathalayne Firestone ground effectively by tectonic plate activity to more of a powder that causes the geysers that make North Haven a popular spa town and make it off limits to sublight engine craft. You go through a little bit deeper, and there's some talk about the heavily wooded region on the western edge of the island, talk about the recent infestation, lack of a better term, of Y-shock to the region that has driven the local fauna into being a little bit more aggressive at the edge of the jungle region. And then you're like, all right, I don't care about this. And you flip down to more geological activity, and you see that there's some tectonic plate activity, but there's no mention of any terrestrial quakes or anything along those lines.
Okay, I'll throw my knowledge cartridge back inside.
This time, you guys feel a violent shudder that to the cavern system, and some, like, the rocks above you. Some of the crabs kind of burrow underground because of it. Bota, the rubble up in that top right corner, kind of shifts and topples down a little bit.
Okay, well, let's just take all the.
We need to get.
Yeah. Let's just take all this stuff, and then let's take everything we can fit in our pockets with these credits, and then go fight that giant crab.
Let's do it.
Go.
How many credits can I hold?
You can stuff a decent amount of credits in there. Everybody going and grabbing credits.
Yep. All right.
Where are you gonna put all those credits?
Jowkazza, roll me a D10. Rusty, roll me Actually, anybody grabbing credits, roll me a d10. Except for Jowkazza, because you already stuffed yourself full of rock.
Right down the middle, 5. Also, there's plenty of credits for even Ian and 8D88 if he wants it on these. Share the wealth. Because we can't carry it all, so don't have to fight over it.
Cool, everybody.
You make a 3 combination of 3 and 5.
Ian is actually going to be. He's less concerned about the credits, and he's back up at the top. And him and where did 88 go? There he is. He's just kind of sitting there talking with 88 as Jowkazza comes up.
Plotting against us.
He's like, I don't know. I don't understand what we're doing here.
I'm going to start explaining to them how collecting jewels from a cave because of maritime law is more favorable tax-wise than pulling credits.
What is this?
I can't tell if there's a con or not, so I really...
roll your business.
Roll your business.
Roll your business.
You roll out.
Business, my business.
Get up out of my business.
Ian kind of looks at you like, yeah, I mean, I'm fairly familiar with the movement of illicit goods. I understand, but I mean, hard currency is not as easy to transfer as valuables, things of the like. And actually, as he says this, Jowkazza, roll your strength.
Jowkazza says you're a smartass and chokes him.
You start to, as he said, you're not sure if it's just that you feel an affront from what he said or something else, but you start to feel this warmth in you, like you're used to this kind of anger rising up in you.
I'm gonna say you report your illicit goods on your taxes. What a bozo!
The tax guy. That's what you should have as your slogan for your tax company. What a bozo.
Right?
Who says I pay taxes?
Well, then what are we talking about?
I don't know exactly. Roll your strength again.
Uh-oh. Point him in front of the giant crab before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
It's.
32.
I mean, again, you're starting to get heated, but there's a warmth. Like you feel really warm, and then Ian looks at you. He goes, "Is something wrong there?"
You blue-haired jabroni, and I dump all of the jewels out of my satchel and walk away.
What? Take him. I don't even care anymore.
Ian actually jumps back as one of them bumps into him. These firestone gems are scalding hot now. As you just nestle them all right next to each other. Excuse me.
Guys, these gems are about to blow.
He picks up a few and he puts them in. He lets them cool, but as they cool, he starts to pick up the larger ones and put them in separate pockets that he's got on him. Like one in his vest pocket, one in a jacket pocket on the right, one in the left, one in a pants pocket on the right and left. Grabbing a couple of them.
Yeah, you know what we could have done? We could have used these against the crab.
You could have. You want me to punch Jan here? and take them all back.
Gone.
Jowkazza, roll me,
One.
roll 1d20 for me.
15.
All right, thank you. I mean, what do you guys want to do? You're all sitting there by the credits.
All right, well,
Ro-
let's
anybody-
go. We gotta fight this crab
anybody
before it
wants
gets
to
too
roll-
late.
If anyone wants to roll their value, they can. But
Fight his credits once and for all.
you all stuff your pockets full of credits. This actually
I feel
fits
like
pretty
it's,
well. Well,
time to get out of here. Jawa Jim's getting kind of tired of all the crap around here.
I'm getting a
can't
little bit
ride.
crabby.
Rusty, roll your demolitions for as you're walking through this area.
Doom da doom da doom. Thinking about blowing stuff up.
22.
Oh wow, with a 6 on special. You're getting significantly more familiar with this instrument as you're walking through and starting to recognize, like, okay, there's a large cavern on the other side of this wall. They've told me there's something over there. As you can move back up towards the kind of nexus or whatever right there, where Jowkazza's at. You don't do that, Jowkazza. I'm gonna put you right here with a warning.
I'm looking for Bota, because wasn't Bota over here?
No, he's not over there. He went over to the credits. He's stuffing his pockets full of credits too.
Oh.
Where's Jowkazza?
Just as a note, as you approach that area, Jowkazza, the crabs. You roll me your survival,
Great.
which is a knowledge for you.
It's really-
Oh wow, are you serious? Goodness
3
gracious.
6s.
You immediately, having been a Kashyyyk, like you got your merit badges in building a fire and in making friends and in stringing out a net and this and that, but you aced your merit badge in like animal behavior. And as you come to the end of this passageway here, you recognize some very aggressive behavior from these crowds, like distinctly aggressive. They're not attacking, but they are certainly warning you, do not come a step closer or
You
there's
keep
going to
your
be a
powder
problem.
to yourself.
My
Rusty-
uncle actually owned a crab shack back home.
I always
Was it
knew
a-
when they were mad.
Was it also a robot?
I'm going to move you back for a second, Rusty, because as you're coming along around here, you're getting really, really used to your what do we call it, Jordan?
The geoscope?
Geoscope. Yeah, you're getting really used to
Yes.
your geoscope, and you're like, oh, I can kind of like run it down a hall. I don't have to walk in a hall or anything. And you start to realize, like, oh, there's a wall here between these two areas here, and there's a small wall here. But as you look down, you realize that straight up from you, it is not it's not a solid rock wall. Like you're not right into a cliff base or anything like that. Yeah, right there.
Ooh, hey guys, I'm feeling something right here.
Ooh.
Jowkazza, again, these crabs, they're very aggressive behavior. But at the same time, you do see several crates in the area. Oh no, who did I lose? Bota? You do see several crates just in that area that look really nice.
Wait, where
Compared to
is
everything else.
everyone?
Jowkazza's straight down from you.
You're almost
Oh, there we go.
almost to me, Jordan. Come back
Rusty's
down.
straight up from you.
All right, well, Rusty, I think, found a secret passage.
Oh.
So we could fight these crabs.
But wait, Jowkazza, you don't know that yet. You just see these crabs acting
okay.
very, very aggressively.
At the earliest
Like your crab
convenience, At the earliest convenience, I want to tell Jimmy to slip one of these fire gems into Ian's left pocket, where he just placed another one.
Wait, where are you? Wait, where are you?
You can go look for Jimmy and do that.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, Jimmy, slip one of these into Ian's pocket.
Jimmy's gonna be like, why am I putting this firestone that gets really hot in someone's pocket?
All right.
But seriously, why?
Are we leaving, or are we looking at these crabs?
We're looking at this potential like false wall over here.
I mean,
Punch that wall with your gloves.
Yeah, I mean, is it thick enough that I could just punch it, or do I gotta use my mind?
It looks like it's a couple like it looks like it's aggregate, not like it's a solid slab.
Use a lightsaber to cut it.
Oh, hey, there we go.
but everyone stand back.
Go on, Jawa Jimmy. Show us your lightsaber skills.
That pawn
But
shop.
so with the aggregate, it looks like it's probably or like a minimum 4-foot thickness on it.
All right, let's give this a go with a lightsaber. Would that actually work? I guess that would, right? Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your lightsaber. Actually, you know, you can hit a wall. No,
Yeah,
roll
I
your
can roll,
lightsaber,
right? Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
I want to know if you roll so poorly that you hurt yourself.
Roll the 14. That's not that bad.
All right.
Moderate.
Let's roll 1d10 for me.
Oh no. I like where this is going. Oh, a 9.
Okay. You managed to strike the wall directly. You start to swing down, and then you go, no. Glancing blow. I might hit my hand. Anything could happen. And instead, you plunge the lightsaber into the wall, and it actually moves in a bit more easily than you would have expected for a solid stone wall. It is a lightsaber, so you're not as familiar with it. But and if you're there, go ahead and roll 5d6 for damage.
I want you to cut an outline just big enough for you to fit through.
What are you?
Oh wow. You easily carve a. I mean, how long's a lightsaber blade? 3 feet, 4 feet. You
Probably
easily
3.
carve.
The length of a
Carve.
Jawa.
You know, carve yourself a little hidey hole in there, but there's
Hidey
still some
hole.
wall. You carve like a half sphere that it's a half of a cylinder, a cylindrical entrance that's about 4 feet deep by, I don't know, how tall is Jawa Jimmy? I don't know, 3 feet tall, right? You don't get it much above yourself with it. It's a pretty short little entrance, but as you kind of carve around the top, the rock starts to crumble down towards you, because it's aggregate, and it just sort of crumbles and falls around you. The molten portions of it don't, fall into you, but this is definitely a not a solid rock wall.
Can I see anything as like carved through the wall as I make the entrance? Is there anything I can see immediately through the wall?
No, and well, Rusty pointed out, so you get to about where you can see right there. You see how it's like, it looks like it's a little bit less than solid right there?
Yeah.
Like it's pieced together. You get to about that far into it. And as Rusty pointed out, it's aggregate. It's not a solid wall. It really crumbles, it kind of falls down against you as if you had just kind of made it stop holding itself together, you know. Blaine, roll your investigation.
I think I found a clue.
Got the man on the case.
The case of the falling rubble. I say
is only
as
because-
I stall for time to find out what my role is.
The threshold, by the way, for finding this was very difficult, which is a 21 plus, and Rusty managed to roll a 22 on 5d6.
Yeah, I knew how to work this thing.
All right. 33.
It's so everywhere else the wall is definitely a much more solid structure, and you realize that there probably was more. Imagine that I had a pile of gravel, right? It falls and forms a pyramid, for lack of a better term, right? It looks like somebody had dug away this gravel and left what looks kind of like a solid wall, but now as you see it all crumble down, you realize that somebody had pulled away everything else next to it, but couldn't get through this portion of it before, and that's what that pile of rubble that you and Bota had seen earlier was. Like somebody was trying to dig through here, but couldn't get past this point. So, I mean, that's as far as your lightsaber went, right, Jimmy? Your lightsaber is only 3 to 4 feet long, so you can only cut 3 to 4 feet in at a time. Imagine trying to mine with a lightsaber. You can cut a hole, but then somebody has to move the rock. It's all kind of caved in around you, and now you've got this 4 foot high, but a whole bunch of gravel has kind of, like you poured sand down on top of you. It's all fallen all around you into a pile. You guys can move it away, or Rusty does have some demolitions, or Jowkazza could punch the wall, or Rusty could punch the wall, or you guys could, I don't know, continue to carve at it with a lightsaber, whatever you guys want. But that's what I hope that I'm describing this well enough for you guys to pick up what I'm getting at there.
I think we could probably get our way through here. It's like, okay, do we want to get our hands dirty and start digging? And there's a couple
Force the
ways.
crabs, but
Well, I already tried to tame one crab and it didn't like it, so I don't know if I can get it to dig for us.
Why don't we put a couple of the gems like inside the area that he just carved
those
out?
Firestone gems.
Yeah.
I like that. Heat it
Maybe
up.
they'll blow up, or maybe they'll just heat up enough to, move the rock up.
Try and manipulate this a little bit. You can definitely tell that there's something past this, it seems like, but you just got to get a little bit further. Jowkazza, roll your perception.
Oh, beans and toast.
Ten. All right. And roll me 1d10.
You want me to roll a 1d10?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Go nuts, guys.
All right, so we're all agreed. Let's try digging through here rather than trying to fight the giant crab.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Okay, so we can try to blow it up, but I'm worried because why didn't the other person try that? Or we can just, if they're just one person, we could also
Roll
just try digging.
roll.
Yeah,
Let me
Wookie.
think here. I wanted to assign. Let's roll. Yeah, let's roll 5d6 for me, Blaine.
Okay. With a special?
Yeah.
$13.
You. So we've run into this a couple times where it's just a matter of we play every 2 weeks, and we've been playing this mission arc for a year. So I'm using like 5d6 as a base instead of knowledge for everybody. Like I got to figure out the adjustment for everybody for a memory for their character. This is very recent for Blaine though, so it's not that hard. You recall reading through the journal that when Dang Sion stranded them here, he took their demolitions equipment. So they didn't have any demolitions. As you mentioned that if they had demolitions, why didn't they blow the wall open? They didn't have demolitions.
But they did have the stones that we were talking about using.
They had these firestones. Yeah, but they didn't have any demolitions equipment.
Well, the stones will blow, right?
Firestones heat. They get really hot when they're placed next to each other, and if you put a lot of them next to each other, they might get hot. But whether that heat is enough to cause an explosion, you would need a catalyst for that. Right?
Got it. I was thinking they would explode.
As the demolitions guy next to you, Rusty, would let you know. No, man, you gotta have a catalyst for that thing. Come on, I'm sitting here with my gyroscope telling you that that's a wall.
All right, Rusty, let's. Can you blow this wall for me?
Yeah, man. All kinds of stuff, man. Look, get one of my mines out.
All right. I say we just let Rusty work his magic, and we all sit
Do you want
back
to use
and wait.
Anti-vehicle or anti-personnel mine, Rusty?
I don't know. I mean, I think either one of them's gonna do it.
Let do the vehicle one.
Oh, that might be a really big boom.
Timer mine.
This is grenades and explosives, demolitions and devices.
I got 2 mines.
That was cooler than that.
All right, what do you want to use?
How do I remember which one's the smaller of the two?
You know which one's the smaller of the two. The smaller of the two is not going to penetrate as far. The anti-personnel mine won't blow as far, but will be a little bit safer. The anti-vehicle mine will definitely blow a hole in this thing. It's going to be a big, like this thing takes out like a repulsor lift vehicle. Like you could blow up a repulsor tank with this, or blow off the leg of an ATST potentially with this thing.
Ooh.
If you use the anti-vehicle mine. But it'll blow a hole through that wall for sure. It's a matter of how much wall do you think is left.
Let me just read the sensor on this geolocator. And
All right, roll your demolitions.
Blow us all up, man. I've already killed people.
What? When?
Dude.
Kill people. You go to bring it up to the wall, and it reads 3, 4. It's kind of moving up the scale. Like imagine I know what I'm thinking of, right? Like the meter on your car, right? Or the speedometer on your car, right? It can go from 0 to 100. This thing is going up and up and up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it breaks, and you're like, it's at least it's at least 3 more feet. Like it's just kind of pegged out. All of a sudden, like it hit some sort of a little surge, and you're not sure exactly what.
I mean, like it's done. Like it's turned off. Like the batteries on the Game Boy are done.
Yeah, like you would need somebody to sit there and fix it, if you wanted to get a full scan of it again. But you're like you know that before it was about a 6 foot thick wall, and it was at 3, and it might have been going up a little bit more. You don't know exactly how far, and Jawa Jimmy's dug a little bit into it right there.
I'm gonna go with a smaller one
All right,
and dig in there deep. Joey,
roll
Jimmy,
your
you want to put
roll
this
your
in there?
demolitions to place this mine.
14.
All right, roll. What is the damage on this thing?
That
Oh.
is a good question.
What is
I mean,
what was it? Which type of mine was it again?
He used a personnel mine.
personnel line. Everyone just kind of walk back a little bit. Blaine, I highly suggest you walking back, please.
Yeah.
And just watch Bota go whee off the screen.
Yeah, you guys tell me where you want to be. All right.
Okay, I have an anti-infantry mine damage.
We can use that.
What is it? What's what's the close damage on it? And what's the max range on it?
Oh, here, I found it, actually. Just gives a PDF a second to pull up.
Jowkazza, as you're saying this, Ian is just talking about, or as everything's happening, Ian's just talking about why would you bother paying taxes? I mean, to be honest here, like, if you can avoid the taxation of I don't know how effective you could judge this government anyways. Why wouldn't you just avoid paying taxes at all? Like, I don't have to report my income to them whatsoever. I could just sit there and just keep my money. I mean, they got a whole galaxy to worry about. What do they care about one individual, really, when it comes down to it? There's better things I could do with my life than pay taxes.
Okay, I found two different ones. I see one at 60 for close damage character scale, and I see another one that's 8D character scale, depending on if you want to use.
What's the range? What's the range on them?
The anti-infantry mine range is 0 to 4 at 6. Then
what's the max end?
10 meters.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I got on most of these as well. Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll. What's the close range damage on it?
Well,
Is it
this
6?
one's 60. Another one is 8D. Do you want to
go.
use?
Let's split the middle, Rusty. Just use 7D damage.
7D damage coming up. 5. Run.
Oh wow, that wall did not do well at all. I rolled 2 1s on 5D6 and not very well. Other than that, the highest number was a 4. All right. You hear a big boom, which coincides with another shudder of the cavern system around you.
All right. Let's check out this damage.
Is it safe?
Is it safe?
What is it?
Hey. I am so happy that we didn't just get into this room and just be like, and here's the bathroom. That's what I would have done.
Good job, guys. You found the bathroom. pull this out. Here we go. You enter into I had to remove a lot more dynamic barrier than I meant to. But you enter into a space that I can do this. You there's a small set of steps. There you go. And as you climb up the steps, they bring you into a small circular room. And it looks mostly just kind of empty. There's a set of stairs in the room, but it goes just into the ceiling.
Okay.
Scan the ceiling.
All right, I'm climbing up. Let's go into the ceiling.
So I'll just to make it easier for you. This is the room to the right. That's the room that you enter into as you go up the kind of small set of stairs there. So I'll put everybody in there real quick.
Okay, and there's another set of stairs.
The set of stairs up here in the right hand corner. It's like a spiral set of stairs that runs around the radius or the diameter, the circumference. That's the right word. I'm smart. Of the circular room, but it just kind of it runs into the ceiling there.
Got it. Okay, well, what if one of us just sort of sneaks up there and just checks?
Who's the you want to walk up the stairs?
Yeah, like let's sneak up there, see what's going on. Because I feel like we were underneath Albe Isle. If we walk up the stairs, we might pop out in some basement.
You guys tell me. What do you want to do?
All right. Does someone want to sneak up there? Who's our sneakiest little sneak?
Not me.
Sneak is perception. If anyone's wondering.
I can't sneak.
My sneak is 5D. Am I the sneakiest?
I'm a 4.
All right.
Treacherous is the sneakiest, guys.
I know. I don't feel like I feel like there's other people here that are always sneakier than me. All right. Well, I'm going up here. I'm gonna sneak. 13 and a 1 on my special.
You stumble on the first step.
All right,
gotta get my nerves.
I'm just gonna stop and start over. All right.
You get off. Stumble on the second step.
No. Let's stop. Let's stop here and
no.
Take a breath.
This is the whole thing. You're like, no, guys, I got it, really. And you step and bam, knock your head right into the ceiling. As it's not smooth, like it certainly looks like there's something above you that could that is not flushed with the rest of the ceiling as the stairs go there, but it didn't open just because you walked up the stairs.
Yeah. All right. Well, they probably heard that big boom anyways.
Nope, not a big boom. Just you ran your head into the ceiling.
No, I mean downstairs. So, a little boom down here won't make a lot of difference. All right. I can... You know what? I'm not going to let this keep me down. Let's sneak again. I'm going to take a swig of... Does anyone have anything? Nope. Okay. Then I'm just going to go again.
You run your head into the ceiling again. It's like these stairs go somewhere, but it's not open, whatever it is. Like not a trapdoor, but like something that would like a passage that would open up from underneath. And having been through, we'll just give this to you guys. Having been through the passageways that got you into Mpombi, they you walked into the area and they shifted aside furniture or whatever that would be in the way for you to kind of come up from underground. It's not just a hatch in the ground. It's concealed and camouflaged into the space. And as you guys approached into Mpombi, everything was much more built out, right? It's as if you're in the phase 1 of construction of a smuggler's tunnel here versus phase 5. I don't know.
All right, F this. I say,
There's no
Jowkazza, you
automatic-
just throw this thing open and we just figure out. Well, no, maybe that's too rough. I'm gonna step back. I'm too angry. Now I'm going into my Wookiee rage.
Is there any switch we can see with the search?
You can look about. Sure.
What's my search? 3d6? I think it's my search. What does we search? Search, yeah, 3D. Let's see where we go here. I feel like anyone else who's better search can probably do a better job, but I'll give it a first shot.
Don't walk
And
into.
a whole lot of nothing.
So I'm gonna say, don't walk into anything. All right. I'll also help with the search. I don't have any skill in it, and my head still hurts. So
I will let you guys know if you wanna repeat the same check that
Oh, here we
somebody
go.
does. It does
Hold on.
increase the difficulty level of it for the next person going through.
hold on, I'm still rolling my search. Oh, look at that! So with 2, and then I also have a +1. So my search there was 19.
You look about the room and it's fairly empty. There's rubble space throughout the room, but you do see a sconce up on the wall, a couple different sconces on the wall that kind of would hold lighting equipment if you were to provide power to the area. Nothing installed right now, but just like it was built out with that as an intention that there would be lighting apparatuses in the room.
Hey, look at these sconces. I am going to, I'm going to approach the sconce and see, just try to grab it and see what happens.
Go with. Oh well, nobody. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
All right.
There's one on the, I guess for lack of a better term here, north, south, and east end of the wall. The south end is kind of where you entered and came up a small, like a ladder well area.
Wait, sorry.
Rusty, roll a.
Nothing happened?
Rusty. So there's 3 sconces. There's
Okay.
one on the north, one on the south, and one on the east.
Hey,
Rusty,
guys.
roll me a perception check really quick.
I'm going to say, if we all grab these at once, maybe our wildest dreams will come true.
No.
Okay.
Rusty, roll me a perception check.
Perception check coming up.
Okay,
freaked out.
I guess.
A freaked out or as a regular one?
Just a regular one? What do you mean a freaked out one? What does that mean?
No, do I get a bonus? My
No.
my perception
Actually, yeah, you get a bonus to this. This will be a bonus
coming up.
for Rusty.
16.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. You guys tell me what you want to do.
I guess Jimmy will go pull the one on the. You said there's one by the ladder, the entrance over here.
There's,
Sorry, I didn't
there's
quite catch
one on, if you take this circle and make it north, south, east, west, there's one on the north, the south, and one on the east wall.
Let's all grab
The south
these
wall.
together.
The south wall is where you guys entered from.
Oh.
There's kind of some stonework that's been done there, but they haven't. It looks like they hadn't finished installing anything there.
Down here. Sorry, is this south? Sorry, I can't. The orientation. So is this south, or we're saying this is the south entrance, and we're saying this is north?
North is up.
Okay,
South
north
is
is
down.
up. Sure, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll grab it unless
You gonna
Jowkazza
go
wants to
south?
go do it.
Alright.
Jowkazza, you want to go? Okay, okay. I'll go ahead and grab the south one. We're gonna synchronize this. Is that the goal?
Yeah, I think so. Let's all do it all at the same time.
We're doing it at the same time.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
we'll grab these sconces.
Do the countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Sconce!
Cooling.
Who's on what? Rusty's on the north.
Yeah.
Jimmy's on the south. Blaine's on the east.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you guys all pull at once, only Blaine's moves, and above you, the ceiling shifts to the side and opens up an access, and the stairwell leads up.
Huzzah!
You know, it was the power of friendship that really got us through this.
Can Jawa take me roll security to see if we set off an alarm by pulling the wrong one?
Yeah, go ahead.
5d6. 16.
As far as you can tell, it doesn't look like you don't see anything on your, like, it didn't move, on
Oh,
one
it
that
just
you
moved,
pulled
okay.
It's just a sconce.
Okay, good.
Sometimes a
literally just opens
sconce
up.
is just a sconce.
Alrighty, so now you're gonna sneak up there, Blaine? Now that you hit your head a few times, you're gonna...
Yep. Let's do it.
Alright. I'm gonna roll my sneak as well. We're all gonna be sneaky.
All right. 15 on sneak. Let's go.
Yeah, everybody roll a sneak if you guys all want to sneak up here, or if you don't want to sneak up, just let me know. Like, screw this, I'm just walking up. Come on, guys, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
12, sure, sneaking. But I don't think Sparky is gonna be much of a sneak.
How is he gonna get up the stairs?
It's gonna say like Jimmy's kind of like
Jowkazza?
Sure, I'll sneak, I guess.
Could you sneak holding an astromech?
You feel another rumble as you guys are moving up the stairwell.
Must have been that chili dog I had for lunch.
Rusty, you realize as you're sneaking up, as you're kind of like all in a line, like you're sneaking, but like Jowkazza's bumping into people and kind of trying to push Rusty up the stairs at the back, and
Shit.
Blaine is like, guys, quiet, and Bota's back there like, I can't believe I used to be a bounty hunter and this is what I'm doing now. And Rusty, you realize you kind of like look back at Sparky and Jowkazza behind you, and your anti-vehicle mine's missing.
Fuck. Dude, who stole it from you?
And you guys are all moving up the stairwell.
Wait, where's the Iron at? Is he with us? Did he leave us with the robot?
Sorry, Ian and AT-88 are with you.
Okay.
Can't do anything wrong.
I was like, oh, did he do a double cross? He's gonna blow us up? After all your fine tax document advice?
They're right
just-
right there, right behind Jowkazza is AT-88 and Ian. And Ian's just sitting there like, We're talking about taxes, and then we're trying to do this.
All right, someone has betrayed you, but Rusty, you have to say it because we don't know what's missing.
No, I don't think
Would
that
I?
this is all hidden.
What
No,
would happen?
Whoa, it's zoomed in for me.
this all. Yeah, I'm like, shoot. I think you guys can all see the whole map,
Yep, sure
but that's
can.
okay for the moment. You guys are all. I think I can do this. Reset the whole fog of war.
I lost.
Crab's supposed to picture pocket.
Here we go.
I mean, does it?
If you zoom out a little bit, you can see the area that you guys have entered into.
Okay.
And I'll put down a Katira marker to let you guys know where you guys walked into. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you could tear it.
Okay. But Rusty, are you gonna tell us about your? Maybe we should be smaller. Nope. This is what we get.
I'll tell you. Does it look like what I noticed that it looks like someone has like taken off myself or I might have just lost it.
You're not sure. It seems like you know, you're like, I know that I had it. I was just thinking about it with that other demolition. Roll. How good of a memory do you think Rusty has?
I'd say he's got a decent memory with his it'd be up there with his perception, right?
All right, roll 5d6.
21.
All right, you recall that you were contemplating between your anti-personnel mine and your anti-vehicle mine when you were going to blow that wall, and you only have the 2 mines on you. And you recall definitely, like, you had them both in your hand, and you looked at them both, and you put your anti-vehicle mine back on, like, your belt holster, for lack of a better term. And you definitely placed your anti-personnel mine there. You don't have any mines now. You know you used one. And that's what you got.
So my response to that is, because I've been putting mines on my belt 2 decades. All right, who took my boom boom? Guys, I'm missing something, and it's kind of dangerous. I'm looking for one of my mines.
All right, Rusty, are you saying someone took your mine?
I mean, I'm not one to drop them. That'd be a big mistake. So, yeah, I'm saying I don't have it anymore. I mean, I had 2 of them.
I think we should all go around and say that you don't have it before we go further.
Just say it. I don't have it.
Yeah. Okay, because you're gonna be trying to con me, and I have a pretty good con myself. So if you try to fast talk your way through this, I'm gonna know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I don't steal bombs. Not after the incident.
I steal hearts.
You know when Jimmy still has PTSD about stealing bombs? He's like, nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
How do
All
you?
right.
Beep boop beep. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he doesn't got it either. Get no space. He's full of crap.
I mean, are you
He's full of crap.
So on a side note, Jawa Jimmy, you are jingling as you are full of credits right now, while Sparky is full of wine and I think
Oh,
maps.
right. He has the. We took the fine wine, right? We stole it from the mansion. That's right.
And clothing.
Like we stole clothing. I forgot about that. Like we were going to resell it or something. Why are you doing the clothing? I completely forgot we had clothing in there. Sorry. I feel like Jawa Jamie would be like, see, he opens the hatch and it's like clothing, wine, like random maps. Like, well, we had maps in there as well. Yeah, we had documents.
Yep. You feel another heavy rumble. This time much like, and I guess we don't even have to roll a knowledge or anything for this. This one feels much more like it's where you're at. And for Blaine and Bota and Rusty, who have been in, and actually Jowkazza, who have all been in wartime scenarios of one type or another, this feels like a major explosion nearby, like artillery fire might feel if you were within, a relatively close distance to it, as far as instead of a ways away. And you are now inside of a dry, comfortable building.
Yeah,
You
but
can hear.
we're not moving forward until everyone convinces us that they didn't steal. And I'm looking at
Alright.
Jowkazza?
Who are you looking at? Who do you want to say anything? Where's Jowkazza?
Yeah, where is he?
I just need to put myself on the map. There we go.
Jowkazza, did
There he is.
you steal this?
No.
Okay, I believe you. I don't know what it is. You got a face that makes me believe you.
Like, otherwise, you're a bozo.
Are you asking person to person? Like you want to ask 88.8?
Yeah, 88.8. Did you steal this?
You have a restraining bolt installed upon my chassis. What use is a vehicle mine at this time?
We blow it off.
You think that I'm stupid enough to blow a restraining bolt with a vehicle mine?
You never know.
Well, don't talk down to him. He's an ambassador. Okay. I'm gonna double check and see if he's conning me.
Go ahead, roll your just straight con. You can't fast talk con. He's not like he's fast.
Is he fast talking me?
I mean, he just your regular con, which is still what's Blaine's con? Still pretty high, right?
20.
60. Yeah. I mean, you don't get the feeling that he's literally like, what do I have use for a vehicle mine right now? You have a restraining bolt on me. This is ridiculous.
Well, I'm also paying you, and you have a restraining bolt.
Get out of here.
So
Yes.
I don't make the best decisions. Ian, I'm looking at you now. Did you steal this?
Oh, a guy comes into the group, helps to get to here, figures out what's going on. No, I don't have a vehicle mine on me. You can search me if you'd like. I've got some Firestone gems in my pockets right here. Can we just get along with this?
All right, I rolled a 19 for him, but
in such a hurry.
he's pretty. Well, I guess everything's shaking and exploding, so I do kind of understand it.
No, you don't sense any dishonesty on his part either.
All right, well,
It's possible that Rusty lost the mine. It's possible it blew off somewhere.
I think one of those crabs took it.
And
okay, if the crab took the mine, that crab's going in Jurassic Park.
You did see the crabs.
I know one.
So I mean, if you did see the crabs grabbing random items and
They did
moving
get
things
aggressive
about, but
towards the end.
and Rusty did throw a rock at him. Yeah, I mean,
Today you made an enemy of the crab people, Rusty.
That's the law.
All right. Well, I don't like this stealing business. So
Is there anybody else around here? Can we hear anybody speaking or anything like that?
so you guys are in just this immediate tower, for lack of a better term. This circular tower that you went up. The door past Blaine is closed.
all right, I say we go in that door.
There's stairs that continue up from there. You guys actually didn't emerge from the main stairwell. You actually emerged from the central portion of the tower itself, and a portion of the stonework pushed out, rolled around, and allowed you guys egress. And as you've been standing here, it is now actually closed behind you.
Okay. Well, I say we go into the next room, see if there's changes of clothes or something, and sort of get our
I guess
bearings.
that's our cue to move.
All right.
Going up.
Let's go in here.
All right. You enter into the hallway. It is lit by various lights. Don't move around too crazy because each room as you enter it, is a room, right? You enter into the hallway. There's 4 doors rather within there. One to your, I guess if you're walking out through here looking, I don't want to draw a line, but looking up and to the left, I guess, right? Kind of where Rusty's punching towards. There's a door directly to the left, one at the end of the hall, right over there, one on the right, and then one kind of behind you as you're going.
Okay. I'm definitely going to let's go into shoot in here. There's maybe someone sleeping, but it's probably our best chance for clothes or to change. What do you guys think? Or do we just want to go into the kitchen? Best chance for some
We also
food.
need to find like a window so we can like see in relation to everything else where we are.
Yeah, get our bearings. All right. I don't know. I say we just go into this room. If there's
Alright, yeah, let's
someone
see-
there, we
let's
can.
see if we can see out there.
Yeah.
How are you guys moving about as you go?
Sneakily.
Are you just okay? So you're gonna roll stealth
Whispering.
to open the door.
Yep.
While we continue to blame each other for the missing mine.
If those crabs down there blow everything up, Lulu's gonna be real upset. That's my sneaking into that room.
All right, roll your sneak.
That's
And-
my sneak.
19 to enter the room. Which room?
The bedroom.
To the right.
Yeah, to the right.
Okay. Where's my stupid quick graphics guide? All right. You enter into the room and you see the room. And on the bed, there's a guy that is passed out. And you've run a casino for a while, Blaine. You can tell that this guy is very drunk. Whoever it is.
And it doesn't
And-
look like our picture of Grant, right? That we saw, or actually that
No.
we remember from when we met him.
That too. No,
I've got a photographic memory. I always remember a photograph.
No, this guy does not look like Grant at all. This just looks like a I don't know, average height, maybe a little above average, probably like 6'1", not too short to be a stormtrooper. Kind of a guy, dark brown hair, cutting I don't know, medium length, not like long flowing hair or anything, but like a reasonable length for somebody. He's dressed. He's got a. As you look about the room, it's a pretty bare room. Nothing much going on. And he's got a nicer outfit, like a valet's outfit on him.
Valet. Let's
A
okay.
valet.
Let's pickpocket this guy and take his keys. And by let's, I mean Jimmy, please.
Back out of the room. Gotta clear it for Jimmy.
Can't wait for Jimmy.
Sorry, I just picture you guys just like fumbling around, making all this noise, trying to not make noise. All right, I'm gonna sneakily go up to this guy and try to pickpocket him.
There's another gentle rumble. This one not as close of artillery fire as you guys enter in, as you kind of approach the spot. Oh no, Jay, you've gone into
Robot
mystic
mode.
noise. Mystic robot Jowkazza noise. I feel like the Matrix is reigning in Jay's voice.
Hear Jay's voice.
That's scary.
Why are you creeping me out here?
What the heck?
Jimmy, where is that coming from? It is Jay. I don't know.
Where is it?
Jay, you got a steam room in back. I don't know what's happening.
Or is it Kayla? Chris's mic is the one.
I don't know who's
My
back.
mic.
Oh no, it's everybody.
It's Chris's for sure.
Oh, it's definitely, yeah. Nope, it's Chris. You're right. Chris, you've gone into sad Matrix mode. Jimmy, you can roll get
Hey, there we go.
if you want.
So I guess it was okay. So
And roll
yeah, I can,
roll your
pickpocket. Sorry.
yeah, go ahead and roll your pickpocket and roll a base perception. Yeah, that's better, Chris.
Yeah.
I don't know what you just did.
I'm not playing on the wrong
5d6.
setup.
You said perception. You said. Sorry, I missed the last
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, roll a perception.
Ooh, those are both terrible rolls.
Okay, you.
Those are bad.
Jimmy,
Those are really bad. But he's drunk though,
You-
right? So at least I have some bonus
Oh, and-
there.
roll me your sneak, Jimmy, to walk across the room.
Oh, dear Lord.
Unless you want to just walk, unless you're just like, screw it, I'm just walking across the room.
What's my stake? 3 or 40? I think my stake's 46. Wow, all this bad rolls all around. 13. Sneaky was my highest.
As you're walking around the room, Jimmy, you trip upon the carpet in the middle of the room, and you stumble, and you flick on your infrared on accident, and then you're like, ah crap, and you actually say ah crap in Jawa as you turn off your infrared, and you go, this guy's still out cold, and as you go to come closer, you trip again and staring at him. Your hand ends up in his pocket, but you realize that he's not asleep, only because you spent so much time in a somewhat similar state. You realize he is medically sedated.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, is that what Jawa Jimmy likes to do for fun?
I mean, it's what
No,
Jimmy
Jimmy's
does
also a med tech.
after he meets Jowkazza.
Well, remember this. This is Jimmy's got some medical knowledge. He actually has healed quite a few guys before.
Yeah.
Jimmy seems very large in that room.
Medically
But-
sedated. Something's going on.
With that,
Yeah,
and by like part of the reason you realize that is that he looks like he is fairly injured as well.
As I'm pickpocketing.
But you don't actually find anything in his pockets either.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now that I know he's sedated, is there anything on the shelving or any kind of information that I could find? You know what? I take that back. Before I do any searching, I'm gonna report back and not trip on the stupid carpet that's in front of me. Clearly, this thing needs to be replaced. Stupid rug.
Clearly,
get those
a
curves.
stupid rug. You made a new enemy today, rug. Okay.
Right, I'm gonna move out of the room, or sneak out of the room, I should say, and not trip on the rug again. Stupid rug. And report
gonna-
back what I found.
Are you gonna try and sneak out of the room, or are you gonna
I'm gonna
walk
try
out
to
of the
sneak
room?
out. Let's do this. I'm gonna try to sneak out. I'm gonna redo this sneak thing. 21. Oh wow. Okay, so I own this carpet so hard.
This time, knowing that it's a carpet and that it's
Oh,
not a
26.
sorry, knowing that it's a rug and not a carpet, you make sure not to trip on the edge of it because it's not a part of the floor, and you stealthily make your way out with your small Jawa frame, softly pressing down on the lush carpet.
Probably Jawa would pull out his lightsaber. Next time, this is for you. Points at the.
I feel like it's like that we're watching the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah, right. It's like, well, we did trust the Jawa. Now I don't know.
Well, I was gonna
Or
say like where he always
fighting a rogue.
trips over the ottoman and then he gets it in later seasons.
So I'll
Another
report back
rumble.
my findings.
Another rumble as Jimmy goes to exit the room, and just a gentle shaking of the building.
Okay, so this guy's medically sedated. Let's just take a quick look, see if there's anything around here, and I think we should probably wait. What's this door?
There's that door. There's this door. There's this door.
I don't even
there's
see this
doors to the
door.
room.
Yeah, there's multiple rooms.
It's a door at the end of the hall.
Oh, hey, so he was wearing fancy clothes. Hey Jimmy, did you see changes of clothes, like a dresser in this room?
No. There just was beds and a shelf.
Jimmy didn't actually spend much time looking about the room. He instead decided to come right out and tell you guys.
Oh well, I guess we
With
could
that guy.
we could strip the medically sedated man for his clothes.
Oh man.
Add that. Hey, wait. What clothes did you steal, Jimmy? Could we like dress up in those clothes to look like we fit in better?
Oh my
Sailor's
gosh,
jacket.
that would. Can we? Oh, that's so
you-
good.
Knowing what's in Sparky, you know that you don't have anything that matches what he was wearing. No.
Damn.
But Jawa Jimmy's gonna give.
Jawa
Give
Jimmy's
Blaine.
already in a tux.
Jawa Jimmy's gonna give the dress that he found to Blaine. Oh, you mean like this?
Not quite. Not quite. Why did you steal a dress?
Was it a dress inside there? It was a dress. It was fancy clothes, right? We stole fancy clothes from the governor's or the mayor's.
You stole the magistrate's clothes.
Magistrate's clothes. Okay, so it wasn't a dress. Sorry, but it was fancy clothes with
Far as
frills.
we know, he didn't wear any dresses.
Just a nightgown.
I've been an evening gown for him.
Yeah, like an old man Uncle Scrooge sleeping gown. Did he,
Yeah.
did he have any of those?
With a nightcap.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I'll fit right in.
And this guy looks like he's partially sedated too. Look, he's already in his pajamas.
Roll a
You, sir. What day is it? It's Life Day, sir.
everybody roll a quick perception check.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
Oh no, Jimmy has no perception.
Oh, that's not out of the ordinary.
Did you just roll a 3?
Oh man, it's the worst perception ever. Jimmy's just so beside himself after seeing a man laying in a bed sedated. He can't think about anything else.
Rusty, you can add your preternatural senses to this one.
Oh,
Welcome
under
to the valley
danger.
is haunting him.
11.
I'll add the 1 to your 14 instead and call it a 15. Rusty, everybody's sitting there kind of like, what kind of clothes do you have? What is in Sparky right now? And you get this kind of the hair at the back of your neck. I don't know if Aqualish have hair at the back of the neck raises, and
Oh
you
yeah,
see
this guy does.
you see the door handle on the door to your right start to turn.
Good, because we need to go see what's in this trap door.
Okay.
This is why the last map was completely hidden, so nobody goes and goes, oh, there's a trap door in that room. Oh, that's a bedroom, guys. Let's go in there first.
Okay. Hey. Okay, this is what we do. Hide behind the door, and then as soon as this person walks in, Jowkazza, you just grab them and we'll cover their mouth.
Yeah,
Plonk him on the head.
I'm on the other side of the door. Wait, I can't see. Which way is the door?
The door right next to Jimmy, right here.
Excuse me. Which way?
Bless you.
Wait, is hinge.
The door right next to Jimmy, it hinges. It goes in. So everything goes.
Stop
If you're
sneezing, they're
standing in the
gonna
hallway,
hear.
everything goes into the room.
All right. Well,
This
I'm gonna try to grab. No, it's the door with the trap door, right?
Yes.
This door?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So, you guys make a little noise so that he turns that way, and then I'll grab him from behind.
Oh, I think I'm coming out of my medically induced coma.
And
Sir?
the
What is
door
today?
the door opens quickly, and a what looks like a I'd say like in their
Droid.
late 40s, early 50s
Druid.
age woman so the door's gonna open towards Jowkazza.
Oh man.
I get so it's opening. The hinge point is on Jowkazza's side. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Okay.
How did you roll that?
What?
Jowkazza just rolled dexterity.
Nobody knows.
That was 2D plus 2.
Oh.
That's 662.
And what looks like
Got
a middle-aged woman, probably mid to late 40s, maybe even 50, starts to walk out the door. What do you do?
Grab her and choke her out, Jowkazza.
Well, I'm not even paying attention to that. I just grab them. I'm not trying to hurt them or anything.
Okay. What do you? So are you're just grabbing them? You're doing what?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab them and put my hand over their mouth and say like, "Shh."
Got a lawsuit written all over it.
Yep. And to her, it just feels like she's being pulled into a nice warm blanket.
Are you?
AKA
Are
a
you-
rug hug.
Okay, roll your brawling skill
Just gonna
to try and
brawl with
grab
you.
them. Well, to try and grab. I'm trying to think like, what do you do to try and grab this person?
Tell him it's a Wookiee
Oh.
gram.
Okay.
It's Star Wars Valentine's Day. You just get yourself a rug hug Wookieegram.
Wow.
It's like a big teddy bear that hugs you
Here.
till you fall asleep.
You put her to sleep right there.
As you initially grab the woman, she immediately responds by throwing off your first arm, but you quickly manage to pin her down and get her into a a hold with your hand covering her mouth. But it was very evident when you went to grab her that she was not just like she knew what she was doing when you went to grab her, and she had you not come in so prepared with a freaking 41 may
Crouching,
if for example Jawa Jimmy tried to grab her, he might be lying on the ground right now.
crouching tiger, hidden crab.
It's almost as if Jowkazza's done this before.
Hey, maybe she has your
For-
mind.
For Bota, Blaine, Jimmy, and Rusty standing kind of looking at her as Jowkazza is more or less covered her well, he's got her mouth covered. I don't think a Wookiee hand can cover an entire face, right? You can see that you hear the clatter and you see a blaster rifle drop to the ground next to her, and she is definitely armed.
All right, let's grab that blaster rifle. And it doesn't look like
She's-
pictures we've seen of Jan. It just looks like maybe one of the keepers here.
Yeah. She is looking right at you. On a side note, because Jowkazza's holding her
Jan
to him,
orders.
and he's behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna just grab the blaster and say I'll be taking this. And hey, have you seen any women that have lightsabers running around here? Just shake your head. Yes. No.
And she doesn't shake her head. Her eyes narrow as she looks at you. And it's like she's just spitting venom from her eyes towards you, like pure hatred in that moment.
She
Oh.
realizes that she's not alone.
Yeesh.
Time to go. Is there anybody else in that room?
Are you asking her?
Yeah.
She's not giving you anything. She's just staring at you. The door to your left begins to open as well.
Okay. Scatter. Or let's all just go into this room. Or as who's our second most burly person? You also grab and try to choke them.
Are you guys all rushing into that room?
Yeah.
Sure.
Tell
I
me.
see.
Quick.
I see. Blaine's eyes glance towards the room, and I push her back into the room and go in behind her.
All right. So we'll put her with.
And
with
I grabbed
Jowkazza
her
for the moment.
blaster.
There's a lot of us in a fit in this room.
I'll say
Sparky's gonna make it up the stairs fast
Bota,
enough.
Bota, Blaine, and Jowkazza will be able to get into the room. Rusty, Jimmy, and everybody else. I'll decide for the NPCs, but Rusty and Jimmy, what do you want to do as that door starts to open? You got a split second.
I fall to the ground.
Oh no.
Just right where you're at, like you're playing possum. What?
Yep.
All right, Jimmy.
It's always easier to punch the inner thigh from the ground.
I'm sorry. Which door's opening? Sorry, I didn't
door.
quite catch
The
This
kitchen
door
door.
right here.
that. Joe and Jimmy duck to go back inside the spiraling staircase.
Okay.
So he's already he went back inside. As soon as that lady was like, "Nope, get out of here. I need to make some more space." Getting claustrophobic inside this room. We're giant inside of this room.
Just
Okay.
trying to make sure that Sparky made it up the stairs.
Yeah,
So,
just make sure Sparky made it upstairs.
Blaine, I'll move you right in there.
Perfect.
Rusty, the door opens, and Rusty is lying on the floor as a man dressed in fine chef's clothing, like you would find at a Michelin star restaurant, rushes out, opens the door, and comes to a halt suddenly as he sees Rusty and draws a blaster.
All right. I think it's time to.
Rusty, what do you do? Five, 4,
Rusty,
3,
play possum.
2. Rusty's falling asleep.
Inner
No, no,
thigh.
I'm here. Sorry.
He skids to a halt as he opens the door and draws a blaster on you immediately.
Oh, hey. You got food? That smells really good, man. I could use your help. I've fallen. I can't get up.
Oh, you're spawn.
I just imagine we're behind the door laughing as this is like trying to withhold laughter.
This is the worst. This is the worst home invasion we've ever done.
I thought for sure someone would help me out here. I would be the distraction.
Yeah, I mean, what we could do is... Oh, wait. Which way does the door open? From this left hinge or right hinge?
It opens on the left hinge.
Oh, shit. So we would have to... Like, we can't even peek around the corner and blast her. We have to, like, open the door and then go around the door.
He holsters his blaster for a second. What are you here for? What do you want?
Plumbing.
Plumbing. I could really just go for a little something to eat, man. I've had such a... I've been lost in a cave. Look, man, I'm all wet and slimy, man. I just got here. I'm lost. I need food.
His left hand goes to his hip. Roll, and he quickly. I mean, like it's snap of the fingers, and it happened. There's a knife flying from his kind of like a, for lack of a better term, what looks like it may be like a chef's tool belt, but it looks like, wow, this dude is geared out with some blades here, and is coming at you. You can roll your dodge if you'd like, or you can just say, I'm gonna see if he can hit me from here.
Oh, hell no. I'm going to parry this. So is he throwing it or he's stabbing at me?
He's throwing it at you.
Oh.
He's only a couple feet away from you, but I mean, like maybe like 3 or 4 feet, but he's not gonna come right next to you.
Oh no, I'm dodging this.
Can we... Our door's closed, so we can only hear this?
You can't. I mean, you could hear Rusty. Actually, no, you probably couldn't hear Rusty straight through the door. I mean, you might have heard like, but you probably couldn't hear anything specifically that Rusty was saying.
Got it. Okay, well...
Oh shit, 12.
I'm gonna... The blaster that I have, I'm gonna switch to stun.
Roll your strength, Rusty.
Gosh, this sucks. Strength, dexterity? What is strength again? Oh, strength. There it is, right in front of me.
It's a strength roll.
I got strength. And
I can look up damage on this. Okay. Oh wow. A very sharp chef's knife sinks right into the floor, like right beside you, but somehow just barely misses you. What are you all here for? Tell me what you want, and I'll let you live.
Oh, so he was bluffing. Try and intimidate the old
Steak.
rester.
Potatoes.
Hey man, I told you. Just got lost in some caves, and we came up some stairs, and here we are, man. So I want to ask you, okay, where are we?
You know very well where you're at.
Okay. Hey, Bota, let's
Suddenly, the door behind Rusty bursts open. I need to roll a bunch of things here. Sorry.
All right. Well,
What is...
while you do that, I'm just saying, Bota. All right. You kick open the door, and I'll kick open the door, and you dive out and stun them. You're better with a blaster, or I could do it.
As the door right behind Busty.
Busty. That's Rusty's mother. Kick it.
Why you gotta bring my mom into this?
Rusty and Busty. The door behind Rusty bursts open, and Ian swings around, just like jumps out from nowhere and shoots the chef dressed person square. Let's see where he hits him. Why not? Right in the torso.
Oh no, we don't want to kill anyone.
Too late.
And he looks at Rusty and then looks up at Ian and then slowly leans against the wall and slides down.
Oh shit.
And is unconscious. And
He's
then
unconscious.
Ian fires again. Ooh, and look, if they see your face, they're probably gonna tell somebody along the line who the hell they just saw here right now. Just toss it out there. Maybe we don't leave any witnesses. And the cook is dead.
Oh no. Come on. Ian.
Blaine comes into the
That's-
other room, and Wookie, Jowkazza, and the lady are just sitting at the table comparing crab recipes.
Hey,
Yeah, you've got that lady.
Lady.
And,
this is
right there.
we're actually looking for a couple of there's a group coming that are they're worse than us. They are a group of highly trained Sith who are going after the Admiral. But we have to face them alone. I'm just gonna stun her at that moment.
Did you say you're gonna stab her?
Stun her.
Oh. You don't want to ask any questions? All right, go ahead
No.
and roll your.
Time for
roll your
questions
stun.
is over. Well, okay. I mean, I'm just gonna keep shooting her till she's
Okay, you can shoot her till she's unconscious.
okay. Put out that fire. Okay, so Luke's signing off. Do you think this might be a good
Yeah.
spot to pause?
Yeah, this is a
Yep.
good pause spot.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
guys have now entered into Albe Isle, and there are some people here that somebody's injured for whatever reason, and there are other personnel
Got a
in the
dead cook
area
on
that
our
are
hands now.
and there's a dead cook on your hands. Yeah, for certain. That's definitely just happened.
Rusty
That
takes
just
a couple
happened.
bites of the food.
Which I would have everybody roll, but you also know that this is very reminiscent of Katira, who is just like, look, I don't understand why we're tying up stormtroopers right now. Why don't we just kill them?
Yeah.
I'm glad Cartier comes through with her father.
Yeah, more
Um,
similar than they know.
Yeah. So there's this guy. I'll label the guy in the room as unconscious. What should be
Thanks,
unconscious?
You're getting me out of a bind there.
We'll do stars. He's sleepy. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Thanks the person that murdered that one guy that was talking to me.
Yeah, I
Uh,
we were right behind.
they're very on alert. And you have for I guess for Bota, Blaine, and Rusty and Jowkazza, not Jimmy, unless somebody tells you, you wouldn't recognize as much. You guys recognize this as um, like artillery fire if you were in, combat today, but like for especially for Rusty, well, I guess for all of you guys have experienced it in some one way or another as starfighter fire would feel like this, artillery fire would feel like this, heavy like rocket propelled munitions might feel like this if you were in a war zone. And you recognize that as you come upstairs rather than being below it. Like all the shaking before was heavy explosions in the Isle area itself. Which leads to this other thing that I talked about with everybody else that was here last week. So if everybody's got just a real quick minute, I won't read through every little part of it. Maybe I'll post it online or something at some point. Next week, instead of jumping right into your characters, I'm gonna make a map and we're gonna do Starfighter combat. And you guys won't even care if you die because you're not flying as Jowkazza, Jimmy, Rusty, Blaine, and Bota. You're flying as what did I call this squadron? C team. SEA team. C team. And so from I gave everybody else that was here last week a little kind of brief synopsis of it. As you guys were underneath here, I gave a zoom out to the New Republic listening post that you guys narrowly avoided before you coming to Mpombi, and they went through some reports. Again, I can send it to anybody, or maybe I'll send it to you, Jordan. You can see what you want to do with it. There were some reports coming in from the listening post that sounded like they were coming from the Isle, from a couple different people, and then all of a sudden, one of the operators reported a bunch of contacts showing up, and then they reported that there were what appeared to be a full squadron of starfighters suddenly came in from space into atmosphere right into the storm flying in. And so next mission you guys will play as, if you want, and we can do a poll on this. If you want, you guys can play as starfighter pilots in combat with this squadron, because all these explosions you've been feeling have been starfighter fire on Albe Isle and potentially elsewhere in the local area, and we can see how well the New Republic squadron, or really it's a half squadron, would do against this incoming squadron of starfighters, and that will drive the state of Albe Isle as you guys are coming in amongst it, right? Like if you guys do really poorly, Albe Isle might be just a complete freaking wreck of a place with hardly anybody alive, and
Wait.
what's going on.
Isn't that actually better for us? The worse off Albe Island is, the better it might be for us sneaking around.
Or Octavian Grant could be dead, and you guys could be standing on the island getting fired up by starfighters. Or it could be in really good condition, you have New Republic to worry about, or it could be in middling condition, and there's going to be other things happening on the Isle itself, no matter what happens with this starfighter combat, that are going to impact you as well. So it's up to you guys whether you want to do it or not. I can run it as if you guys never did it, and I can roll some dice on the side and see what happens to it. But I thought it'd be fun for everybody to fight in a combat where you'll be outmatched as far as numbers are concerned, and you might die, but you won't die as Jimmy or Blaine or Rusty or Jowkazza. Whatever random pilot you picked that week will die.
That seems fun. I'd be down for that.
And if you pick,
do we get to pick our pilot names?
You can pick your pilot name. If you want to pick somebody, like if you were like, I want to be, who have you guys run into? I want to be Almost Friday. and he's decided to be a freaking starfighter pilot for the New Republic instead of running operations for intelligence. Or I want to be, I guess Calamoth probably wouldn't be there, but like random people that you've run into or that we've run into, and you have some reason that they decided to be here. I'll even give you bonus points to your stats for it if you pick somebody and it makes really great sense. Yeah, but that was just a thought, like a little side mission away from this that would impact the state of the Isle. Like maybe there's walls blown out, maybe the weather's coming in and there's flooding going on, maybe there's, well, I'll just give it to you because you'll see it during the starfighter mission or on this one. There's not just starfighters attacking Albe Isle. There's a whole group of I guess like Marines or land-based infantry that have landed boats on the Isle as well. And that's why everybody is up in arms as soon as you guys showed up, because they're responding to an incursion. So the state of your victory in starfighter combat might drive how many combatants you have to face.
Cool. Well, I'm for it. I like starship combat. Like I would do. Yeah, I mean, if people aren't into it, I would be down to do it maybe on a different day. But I'm totally for it. I think it's a cool idea.
I'm down. Just need a little like recap and do it.
Yeah, I'll try and put together like a like super easy primer, or like have a map where we've got like basic rules kind of on the side, so it's like, hey, fire, shoot your lasers, here's what you roll, and it's right there on the sidebar. And then I can add in a little thing like Rusty gets plus 1D because he decided that he wanted to be, you made an amazing backstory, or Jimmy gets minus 2D because he decided that he's going to be, Pet Krodak's sister who's technically dead. Your imagination gets you bonus points.
Nice.
Cool.
Whether it's legitimately people we run into, or it's just Jay deciding that he's made up somebody that's got a tough time with his taxes and had to re-enlist in the New Republic military.
It'll be something like that.
But it hopefully makes it so that everybody has. I know that there's been times where I'm like, oh man, like there's not a ton for Rusty to do. There's not a ton for Jowkazza to do. I want everybody to have something where it's like, oh, I definitely have something to do every turn, or I'm interested, invested,
Oh, I'm never worried about that.
I mean, half the time we don't know if you're muted or in the Matrix rain or asleep.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm
Oh,
not.
no.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, this is not my normal setup. So.
No, it was fine. It was interesting when all of a sudden nobody had any idea what was going on, and it sounded like, I don't even know what it sounded like you were caught behind some weird filter.
It was like the 70s filter of like you going into like a tripping mode. That's what it sounded like. The shuddering. It's almost like someone got shot, and that's like the echoing effect you had in your microphone. It was pretty good.
All right, so I'm gonna cut the recording now. How many character points for posterity?
Let's say 4.
Okay, and I will cut it here.
Let me think about what I did.